Hello, hello. I'm Lisa, and this is episode 5 of Midlife Mojo. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you a technique that I use to help clients set smarter goals, as well as showing you how to use those same techniques to easily assess the readiness to take action by addressing your current confidence levels and the importance of your goals so that it's easier for you to make progress. Welcome to Midlife Mojo, the podcast all about how to be fit and flourish in your 50s, with me, your host with over 25 years of experience in the health, fitness, and wellness industry, Lisa DuPree. We'll be talking about all the things that support living life to the fullest. Let's dive in. Well, this past weekend, my dad and I helped my daughter move out of the college dorm room that she's lived in since last August. So there we were in the parking lot of her dorm with all the other students and parents on moving out day, trying to figure out how to get the things that my daughter managed to fit into her dorm room into her granddad's truck. And even though my daughter did a great job of packing up all of her belongings, there were still a lot of things that needed to get put in the back of this truck. There was a mini fridge, there were boxes filled with breakable items, although I am a little bit bummed she didn't mark them all fragile. There were big square cardboard boxes and then plastic bins of all different sizes. So it really was like a game of Tetris, trying to figure out how to best fit it all into the smallish bed of an old Chevy S10. We had to try a few different configurations to make sure all the boxes and bins didn't slide around, that the tops to the containers weren't going to blow off and that the mini fridge wasn't going to just topple over. So finally, when we were happy with our packing job, we pulled out a bunch of tie-down straps and bungee cords to secure it all in place. So I'm happy to be able to tell you that we were able to get everything in one load, get on the highway without any issues, and get it all home successfully. This experience can be a lot like the experience of getting moving on your goals to be fit and flourishing. If you already have your goals in the SMART format, like we talked about in episode 4, you've already got them packed up in a framework that helps set you up for success. But now, how are you going to fit your goal and the actions needed to accomplish it securely into your life with your current schedule and all the different responsibilities and commitments that you have going on? So today, I'll be giving you a tool, kind of like those tie-down straps and bungee cord we used in packing, that you can use to secure your readiness and confidence for moving forward on your goal. The tool I'm talking about comes from the field of motivational interviewing, and it's commonly known as a ruler. The use of rulers is one way to make your goal smarter and help boost success through the utilization of what's called scaling questions. Coaches use a ruler by asking clients to assess on a scale of 0 to 10 the importance of change and their confidence in their ability to change. So once a client picks a number, the coach then engages that client in further exploration of their reasons for choosing the number that they selected. This helps stimulate conversation about readiness to take action in a way that is particularly useful. The rulers encourage clients to think about and quantify how ready, willing, and able they are to take action on their goals. So let's go through an example of how to use these rulers with a recent client example. So a recent client I was working with set a goal that is for next week. I will do yoga every weeknight for 15 minutes to relax before going to bed. So this goal fits pretty nicely into the SMART framework. There's a specific actionable focus, doing yoga. It's measurable, so 15 minutes every weeknight, which is Monday through Friday night. And there's a time-bound element. They're going to do it over the next week. So let's go a little further and explore the confidence and importance for achieving this goal to see how realistic this goal was for the client given their current circumstances. So first, we're going to go with importance. So on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being not at all important and 10 being extremely important, the question to answer is how important is it to accomplish this goal next week? If the answer is at a 7 or a higher on that 0 to 10 scale, the importance is in that sweet spot where it's likely going to be enough value to make it a priority. So you're good to go. If the answer is at a 6 or less, more reflection and inquiry is warranted because it might not be significant or urgent enough to really make it a priority. So in this case, the client rated the importance of this goal at a 5, so right smack in the middle of that 0 to 10 scale. So given that rating, the next step was really to follow up with the question, what keeps it from being a 4? So by asking about one number lower, this question helps elicit reasons that the goal is important. So it can help boost that importance. The client in this case stated that the importance rating is at a 5 and not at a 4 because they noticed that when they were doing yoga regularly in the past, they were more relaxed and had less muscle tension after their yoga sessions. So with that clarity, it was time to consider if small tweaks to the goal would help bring that number up. And so I asked, what about the goal could be changed to help boost up its importance? And the client decided that by paying attention to her stress and muscle tension before and after her yoga, it would really be helpful to be able to see if it was making an immediate impact. So kind of, is this making an immediate difference for me? And that is going to help kind of raise that importance level. So the goal turned into, for the next week, I'll do yoga every weeknight for 15 minutes to relax before going to bed, writing down a rating of my stress and muscle tension before and after the yoga. So after this change, her importance rating was at a 7. So we moved on to confidence. So asking on a scale of 0 to 10 with, again, 0 being not at all confident and 10 being extremely confident, the question was, how confident are you that you can accomplish this goal this week? Again, if the answer is at a 7 or higher, the goal is inspiring enough confidence and there's enough energy behind it, you're good to go. If it's at a 6 or lower, you guessed it, there's more work to be done. So the client, in this case, rated her confidence level for her new revised goal at a 6. So we're pretty close. So I followed up with the question, how could you change your goal to increase that number to a 7? And this opened up the conversation to consider options that were, about decreasing doubt and increasing the likelihood of success. So for my client, boosting her confidence to a 7 meant that she had to reduce the number of days of her goal for practicing yoga before bed from 5 to 3 to account for a family event that was scheduled for one evening the following week, and then some work-related deadlines that may have necessitated working later in the evening. So with those small adjustments, the work of boosting the importance of the goal, as well as increasing the confidence to accomplish the goal, was done. So let's recap. Using a 0 to 10 scale to rate the importance of your goal within the context of your current circumstances is helpful to determine the priority of taking action to accomplish that goal. If it's at a 7 or higher, you're good to go. If it's at a 6 or less, you want to ask yourself, what are the reasons I picked the number that I did and not one less? So, for example, why did I pick a 5 and not a 4? And so you want to highlight those reasons that that goal is important to you. And then you're going to follow up with, how could I change up my goal to increase the importance for taking this action needed to accomplish the goal now? And then once you have that, you want to move on to confidence using that same 0 to 10 scale. Again, if your confidence is at a 7 or higher, you're great, you're good to go, you have the confidence to move forward with your goal. If it's at a 6 or less, then asking yourself, how can I change up this goal to increase that number by 1? So you want to keep revising your goal and keep doing small modifications until you're able to, on that 0 to 10 scale, come at a 7 for that confidence. And then you're off to the races. Good to go. So I really invite you to explore using the importance and confidence rulers and the follow-up questions, which are honestly one of the most important pieces to really go deeper and being able to set yourself up for creating goals that are realistic for your life, right now. So by getting curious and reflecting on these questions, you're using the tools to secure your goals. You're going to be able to get moving down that highway to successfully arriving at your new destination quickly and easily. And this brings us to the end of this episode. So thank you for listening to Midlife Mojo. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to leave a 5-star rating and a positive review. And until the next episode, get out there and keep your mojo rising. If this episode has been helpful to you, I'd love to hear from you. If there's a topic you'd like to hear more about, send it my way. Email me at lisa@lisadupreecoaching.com or connect with me on Instagram at Lisa DuPree Coaching. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.